Deputy Prime Minister Heng Keat says Singapore must build on its strengths so that it will be in a good position to meet global semiconductor demand once it picks up. Those strengths include good connectivity, a pro-business environment, and a skilled and adaptable workforce. The semiconductor industry accounts for over 7% of Singapore's gross domestic product. Brandon Tenoto with more.
Thank you for inviting me to officiate this.
Speaking at the opening of Micron Technology's new facility, Deputy Prime Minister Heng Keat noted the semiconductor industry has come under pressure this year. But it has not stopped the US semiconductor firm from expanding its Singapore facility to meet future demand. It will support the production of chips needed for new technology.
No doubt the global semiconductor industry is experiencing headwinds this year due to global economic uncertainties. But these headwinds should be viewed in the context of the semiconductor supercycle. In the preceding few years, global demand grew by more than 35%.
The supercycle refers to the late 2016 boom in the semiconductor industry, where firms worldwide saw profits surging to record highs. Mr. Heng's comments come after latest figures show Singapore's non-oil domestic exports fell 14.6% in the second quarter, as exports of electronics and non-electronics fell. Now, this was mainly because of a weakening global demand for electronics like semiconductors and worsening trade conditions. However, Mr. Heng said the demand for semiconductors will continue to grow, supported by new technologies in fields like artificial intelligence and 5G telecom networks. Mr. Heng said recent forecasts by global research firms IHS Markit and Gartner suggest that global demand could return to growth in 2020, with growth expected to come in at between 2% and 9% each year in the subsequent years. Amid the US-China trade tensions, Micron remains positive on the outlook ahead.
The current slowdown that our industry is experiencing in 2019 will eventually, we will recover from that, because the long-term trends of the end markets require more memory and storage solutions which we make, and certainly require more semiconductors as well to ultimately deliver the promise of all these technologies.
Mr. Heng described Micron's multi-billion-dollar investment as an example of the continued confidence that global investors have in Singapore's long-term fundamentals. Micron currently employs some 8,000 staff in Singapore. The semiconductor industry employs some 35,000 people in Singapore, accounting for more than 7% of the country's gross domestic product. It's one of the largest industries within the manufacturing sector.